Hi everybody, welcome to kdmoonchild's world. I'm Katie, and this show is Saturday Solutions. It's a non-spiritual reading. We come together for some uplifting support and guidance and hopefully some solutions to the issues we have in our life. I'm trying very hard not to do any politics in this reading, so bear with me, please. We are looking at the four directions. I'm explaining the decks to you, in case you didn't know. Four directions and a message from Spirit. This deck is the Therapets deck by Kate Allen. This deck is the Shamanical. The Mystical Shaman Oracle. And underneath that, we have The Angels and Ancestors by Kyle Gray. This is the Mystical Shaman Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. So, here we have, this is my directions, okay, as I'm looking at my table here. Let's see if I can put that a little better. Here we go. This is the current position. This is the sunset. This is the west. This is where we are right now. This is the goal of where we want to be. This is the promise of a new day. This is the sunrise in the west. In between, we have the south and the north. In the south, we have a message from the earth, from the goddess Gaia. Our message is also about obstacles we may be coming across in the days and weeks to come that have to do with cliffs, lowlands, valleys, wide exposed spots. Hence the valley in the south. In the north, we have the mountain. Up here, you'll see we have two cards giving us direction. And this is definitely can be a massive obstacle, and it's up to you to decide, depending on what these cards say, depending on you to decide how you're going to deal with this obstacle in the mountain. Are you going to climb it? Are you going to try to jump over it? Are you going to try to go around it? Or are you just going to blast through it and keep going? So, I'm sorry I'm not showing you my face today. I have been sick this week, and I'll be honest with you, it was difficult enough for me to be here today as it was. You don't need to look at the cold head, the cold bed head. Anyway, let's start this reading and get going. Find out what our position is today, okay? Okay, we have the Witness. That is definitely what we're all doing. It's the 10 card, which is the end of a cycle, and we are the witnesses. Things of the old ways have got to die out and go away before new can come in. And it is up to us as the observers, the light workers, light warriors, and light bearers, to bear witness to what we have seen, the shenanigans that have been pulled, and how to wisely deal with them. If that means surpassing them, but actually, no, this is bold face confrontation, is what I'm seeing here in this Witness card. We're being asked to bear witness of what happened so that it cannot happen again. But to do that, the story has to finish, and the story is very far from it. So the clarifier card from the Angels and Ancestors deck, we get the High Priest. We have intentions. We have tools. We've got the Merkaba up here. We have tools and support from the angels, from nature and Gaia, from the powers of the cosmos, as well as our very own human essence. What do you think humans are? Are we all just mindless slave workers? Or do we have our own intentions and our own desires to create a world that we want to see? And that is what the High Priest is here to remind you. Remember your intention and what you want to create. Do not let current events of shenanigans get in your way. Don't let it distract your focus. Keep your eye on the eye of Ra. You are bearing witness to all of the change. Change is uncomfortable, and it only comes when the cycle completely ends. And that's where we are right now. We are in the midst of an Armageddon-like change. So don't forget your intention and what you're intending to create in the life you personally want to have. Because no elected official, no highly regarded leader can tell you what to do with your journey and your path. And that's what the High Priestess is there to remind you. It is your journey and your path. You're in charge of it. Take charge of it. And what's the message Gaia has down here for us? What is the Earth trying to tell us about all of this? Oh. 33. She's reminding us that she loves us, and that if our intentions are pure and kind, she will not destroy us. We are magical. Never forget the magic that is within you, that is within you inside. For that is where your power lies, is in the magic that resides in your heart, in your chakras, that you carry with you as your light, that you're shining as best you can, even in the midst of possible devastating disappointment. Am I right? I don't know about you, but lately I've had a lot of disappointment, and it's been kind of tough. But this being a 33 card, it is about reproduction. It is about creativity. It is about humor. Don't lose your sense of humor. Quit being so worried, serious, and scared. Don't lose your sense of humor. And this is also about the magic of the Christ consciousness. It is about joy. And this card, the 33 card, is a harmony card. Those are all elements of magic. So when you're down here in this valley, Gaia is reminding you, I gave you before you were born and you were in the womb, I gave you all the access and the knowledge you needed to get to these resources of magic. Don't run from them or hide, for that is your personal power. And as a clarifier on this, we get the stag. The stag is all about trust and thriving. This is the last reading you all will hear me say, together we will thrive. because that has changed now. Yeah, that has changed. Thriving is a mental state. It is a physical state, and it is a state of well-being. Trust in your abilities of magic, of love, and relax in knowing the time to have to survive is coming to an end, and now is the time to be prepared to thrive and develop our trust and our magic. So that's the valley. It's about trust, it's about magic, it's about your intentions, it's about how to create, it's about what do you accept as something, as a part of your creation that you did, as an act of thriving, not just surviving. The days of surviving are coming to an end. And this is what the dark side is gasping so hard to hang on to right now. So if you're feeling disillusioned, you're not alone. This reading, these messages today, are to try to help you to focus on other things besides that, because as you focus on the things that are dark to you and scary to you, that is what you give strength to. So I am trying to get you to focus on other things. Put your strength of focus on things that make you comfortable, not things that make you uncomfortable and make you feel like you need to fight. You're a being of peace and harmony. And that is how you fight. However, that does not mean that we now lay down and be mowed down and mowed over as we have done in the past. If we want this new shift to completely fulfill for humanity, for a better earth, better start focusing on what your part in doing that is. That doesn't necessarily mean that's your life's purpose. What part in this do you gonna play? Are you gonna play? Right? So up here in the north, we have two cards that are our shaman's journey cards, is what we'll call it today. What do these cards have to tell us? First card, I love it. The first card is about the wisdom of the journey. It's all about the journey. It's not about the destination. See that owl that is just splitting his head to come out? The knowing and the wisdom that you have inside you, innate, that you can draw from, that you don't even know exists yet. And that is why this is going on, is to show you where your power lies and how to use it. And how to use it in a way that benefits the whole collective, the whole shared soul. And here we have nature's gem. This is the beauty of knowing who you are, what you stand for, and illuminating in it. Those little tiny powerful gems of birds. Wow. Aggressive, fast, strikingly beautiful in color and form. Very little stops the hummingbird. What do you want to be? Do you want to be someone or something that comes across an obstacle in their journey, and that obstacle holds them back instead of teaching them how to move on? Is that what the hummingbird is telling us? I'm going to read what the book says, because it's kind of interesting to get the hummingbird as part of the journey. You know what I mean? The essence of this card, despite being so little, hummingbirds are great journeyers, migrating between North and Central or South America to feed from summer nectar. This gentle creature can be fiercely territorial to protect its home. Hummingbird teaches us to be gentle to ourselves and protect our personal space. Hummingbird invites you to embark on your epic quest. Bypass the doing pile of old pain and hurts. Head for the flowers and learn to trust the calling you hear ever so softly in your heart and in your mind, and some of us in our ears. I'm going to read that to you again. Hummingbird invites you to embark on your epic quest. Bypass the doing pile of old pain and hurts. Head for the flowers and learn to trust the calling you hear ever so soft. This card, the invitation, is the buzzing you feel is the sound of your hummingbird wings, preparing you to say yes to a new adventure. That doesn't seem like it right now. This is not the time to linger on what has gone wrong, but to trust in the rightness of the moment and take bold action. Trust that success is assured, even if you must face tests and challenges to reach your destination. Know that all will be well, because the all is in the small. And we're all so busy looking at the big things and the bigger picture and yeah. Wow. That powerful little creature. I mean, what you want? Yeah. Here you go. And your angels and ancestors are trying to tell us all, pick your path, but pick it wisely, because it's a path you're going to be on from now on, at least in this incarnation. So listen to the direction guardian to know how to choose which path you want. Do you want to be the one who is here as the sage and the witness, recording the actions of what is going on now, the changes of this shift? Or do you want to be the magic goddess who has come in with her stag to remind you how naturally perfect and magical you are? You need to know this. So as you join with the hummingbird on your journey, you choose the path that is going to help you learn the most appropriate lessons for this journey that you are embarking on. I'm just being quiet for a moment, letting you look at that card. This is almost like the Wheel of Fortune card, maybe? Or, the Wheel of Fortune in the tarot. Please, listen to the direction guardian, and you will not be led astray. So let's find out, what do we need to know about our goal? What is the goal that we have set? We want to be aware of it all. We want to see it all, and we want the clarity. We want the clarity of the rainbow. We want it so clear that it is for all. For all. This is change. This is life's lessons, and this is authenticity. That's the colors of the rainbow. It has nothing to do with sexuality and everything to do with all of us and our chakras and what's blocked and what is healthy and what is needing healing. This is a 5 card, which is the change, a card of change. This is telling us we're about to go on the journey of change, and to do that, we have to see what doesn't fit, and being forced to look at what doesn't work anymore isn't any fun. It's painful. But it is necessary to gain the clarity that we need to move on to this goal of the rainbow, of everyone having an equal say, equal opportunities, and being able to honestly share their healed heart with each other. That's where we want to be. So, to get there, our angels and ancestors are telling us we have to consult with the magic guardian, because there's new gifts that you are being asked to use, and you will be asked to use as we move forward. And the only way you will know how to unlock them, because they are within you. They're very magical, they're very strong. You don't even know you can do this yet. But to be able to get there, you have to talk to her. She will guide you. She will guide you with her flame and the crystal that is in the palm of her hand. The directions in every direction she shows in that symbol in the palm of her hand. Does she look like someone to you who has doubts and worries? Or does she look like someone who is standing strong, knowing that life is behind her and supports her, and that she has more magic within her than she can even express through her hands, let alone from source out the top of her crown chakra, out the top of her head? Taste the rainbow. Go for the rainbow. And when you come across obstacles and things that don't make sense to you, don't forget to ask your guides. Ask your ancestors. There is the ancient knowledge that needs to come forth to help save humanity. From humanity. We've got to save ourselves from ourselves. And that is the message of this whole reading, everybody. You're loaded with magic. It doesn't matter what color you are in your beliefs, skin color, sexual orientation, religious faith. Doesn't matter. All telling you you have to do it. No one can do it for you. This is your journey, and we are in this together because we are all parts of one shared consciousness and one shared soul. Yes, we each individually have a soul, but that all combines into the net, right? The net caster. That cosmic net out there. That cosmic net is the basis and the foundation of all of us in this shared soul experience. Hate has no place in a shared soul. Because in a shared soul, you're hating part of yourself. Some of us find a lot of comfort in hating ourselves. But some of us are really enjoying learning to love ourselves. So keep that also in mind. And as we're learning to love ourselves, we're learning to love each other with all of our quirks and idiosyncrasies. But right now, we're still in a learning process. We have not reached closure or fruition. We're close. We are close. We are bearing witness to how close we are. So, Spirit, what message do you have for us from all the creatures that live around us on this planet that we have such a giant effect on without even realizing it, just by breathing the same air and drinking the same water? You need to give yourself time to heal, no matter how long that ends up being. This weekend, if you need to disconnect from everything, turn off your phone. I mean, still get phone calls, but I mean, turn off the internet, turn off social media, turn off the news. Just focus on those things that make you feel happy. The things that bring you rest. And the things that you focus on to keep you grounded, because you're going to need it. Spirit is saying, I love you, but you need to give yourself time. Slow the hell down. Let it have time. Hold back your judgment, for judgment has no place right now. Only understanding, only light, and only love. Because right now, the darkness is real strong, but it can never in any way, shape, or form compete with us. And I don't mean us as individuals. I mean us together as a powerful, powerful spiritual entity. Don't become complacent and frightened. It's going to be okay. It really is going to be okay. That has been the message for months. Not get complacent. I think there were people, as far as the election goes, I think there were lots of complacent people who figured, well, it's going so great, we don't need to vote. Thank you very much. And that's all I gotta say. Thank you very much for letting us all down. I hope that that chakra that you had blocked that prevented you from voting heals. Now, that's the only part of the politics that comes into this, is at the end. I love you all. And I want you all to understand that the only way we are going to survive as a species on this planet is to understand that no matter how much you might disagree with someone, they're still a part of your soul. And you're a part of theirs. And that is a concept, I think, that blows minds when the actual implementation kicks in. So trust where you are in your journey, and trust the light, and trust in unconditional love. I thank you so much for being here. If you would like to subscribe, I would love to have you join my community of like-minded, kind, and upset people right now. But we have each other that we can lean on. And if you would like to come and join us because you need us, that's even more reason to subscribe. You're more than welcome to be here. And but if you aren't quite ready for that yet, can you do me a favor and just say that you liked this reading? And leave me a comment. I know right now a lot of trolls are out there leaving comments, and I'm asking you to leave me a comment on this reading, please. But if it's not kind, please understand you may not ever see it. I will remove it. And with that, I'm going to leave you now and invite you to come back again next Saturday when we go through the next week's Saturday Solutions. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.